everyone, it is Stella and welcome into another episode of the Aurora Isle series, where today we are going to be working over here in the Winter Wonderland / Christmas district. You guys might remember this from last year, but this is the area that we had where we had the ski lodge and stuff like that, where it looks a little different from the last video. And let me show you guys around as a little bit of a recap. Well, starting off here where we are coming over to where is the original Christmas tree, and it does look a little different. We have a bunch of arm stands now hanging around. We have a choir here singing their carols on a beautiful Christmas time. We have a couple of market stall holders. We have a plushie stand, and then we have the ski lodge where we have done the bottom level of the area. We've Christmasified it. There's a whole bunch of decorations around, and now we have a restaurant over here. Now, as we walk down these stairs coming back from the ski lodge right there, we are coming along this area that does lead us to the hot springs area, which indeed has been, again, a little bit renovated. As you can see, there are some towels that have been placed down where people who are in this area can come and sit by the hot springs, jump in, have a swim, all of those good things in our Minecraft world. We still need to add a few more armor stands. I mean, a few more, there's none there, Stella. And the next area that we need to go show off is our monorail or sky rail. This area was built to connect the area where the ski lodge is to where the cabin district is, or the ski resort area. This is the other section from which we built last year. We have got a bunch of houses here, all these little cabins, and we've got ourselves a nice frozen waterfall and an ice rink down the bottom. But that is not what we're going to be working on today. Now that I've caught you guys up on this area, let's show you guys what today's project is all about. The original thought process behind this is we are going to be expanding out every winter / Christmas time so that we can have a bustling city, a whole village, and a whole bunch of ski fields and all of that down the side. But to make the start of this, we need a train. So that is what we have created right here. This is a design that I did come up with myself. I found a photo over on Google and we designed it on stream. I actually really like it. I think it's turned out really well. Going into free cam view, you can see that it is quite tall, and we do have a lot of detailing kind of going on here. We have the boiler, we have the area in which the conductor or the train driver would be sitting, and then we have all of the other features. Behind it, we have a coal wagon, and then we went ahead and designed our very first piece to the passengers part of the train. And well, the next step along this journey of creating this train is to expand out the railroad. So we are going to be creating a train line going out behind here, because this is the second carriage, and up until now we have kind of been working with a limited amount of space, so we do need to increase the size. So with that, we're going to bring a big bridge all the way across and then probably expand out the terraforming on this hill so that we can actually allow the train to pass through into a tunnel, which is going to be dark and black and kind of add to the lore to this world. So the first part of this is going to be expanding out the sides of the train. So as you can see, we've kind of cut it really close to the edge of this side, and I decided that I wanted to add in a full block. I'm actually considering going one more block outwards so that we can add some type of effect on the sides of these hills. But for the minute, we're going to go 2 blocks out, and this is going to be the issue. We're going to go 2 blocks out towards the side, and this is where we have to start. Unfortunately, as per most little things that we have to do in the world, we do have to start off with a bit of mining and a bit of crafting. So this is where we're going to be starting, and I'll bring you guys back in just a little. So we have come up with a bridge design. So this is the temporary design, or at least the first 2 pillars here. You can see Stella there waiting patiently to get back into the building. And we're going to extend this all the way across over to where it's just out around a distance is where we're basically ending up. And we're going to jump into a time lapse where I'm going to be building up the rest of this area, and you guys are going to come and join me. Let's go. we have officially got all of our bridge completely done. I also added in a few little additional pieces with the lights. So when it comes to sunset, we have a bit of lighting across this area. We do need to go ahead and add the snow layers on the sides, but that's okay. It'll gonna take a little bit of time, but that's all right. We also ended up getting 2 of the carriages done here on stream yesterday. So these are almost ready to go, and the next part of this area is indeed going ahead and adding in a train station behind us. I've never built a train station, so this is going to be something new for both of us. And we're going to be building it up just behind us here. This train did actually end up going over onto the bridge itself. So it's kind of going to look like the train has yet to pull up into the station, just so that we have enough space that the carriages could have actually pulled up along the station side. We also need to add in some smoke plumes coming out of the top of the train, and I think that is mostly the things that need to kind of get done at the moment. We need to add a few more little details, like getting rid of the snow and fixing up that little block, but otherwise this area is starting to come to a head, and I'm actually quite happy with how this turned out. So we have finished up a live stream on the Twitch, and we ended up getting a bit more work done here at the train area. We ended up getting a bit of area cleared out, as well as adding down the start of our platform. But now we have to start building up the train station itself. You can't have a train without a train station. So we need to go do that. I've got a design in mind. It may take a little bit, but we're going to jump into another time lapse, because today we have got to be doing the ultra build mode. We have got to go ahead and finish up 4 different projects in this world, and let's go. So here I am trying to collect some resources, and this guy decides to show his little green face. Get out of here, you little menace. He was standing there for a good couple of minutes, but we have almost finished fixing up this whole area. I'm super excited to show you guys. I just wanted to pop back in, show you that guy. He was sitting here and staring at me. I did not hear him creep up. He was just ready to go. He waited for me to turn around, but I am almost finished, and I can't wait to show you guys what's going on.
Hello there.
And here we are, we have the finished product. I am so happy with how this ended up turning out. I know that the time lapse may have been a little bit jittery at the end, and I didn't actually finish up the whole of the build on the time lapse. That was because I had a little bit of difficulty with the last part, where I didn't get the replay mod to actually capture it. I apologize, guys, but this is what we ended up with. We now have a tower in the middle. We have these 2 big glass windows on the sides, and then we have these 4 windows down the bottom. As we kind of fly down the bottom here, we also have some custom terrain. There was a big snow platform that was kind of here, so we did do some custom terrain just to kind of finish off the area. And we have also added some non-slip mats here, some buttons as it be. These are some things, or like tactile things, that we have in Australia. I'm not sure if everywhere in the world has them, but with the fact that there's a lot of snow around here, I thought it would be great to have some tactile little buttons just to help out and prevent the people from slipping off the edge. So as we have got this finished, we now have the train disappearing into the mountain, into the deep darkness that is this tunnel as well. I went ahead and did this off camera. So it is just simply a deep slate bridge and then a black concrete. And just to give it a little bit more of a look. So it is only about 20 blocks deep. We can't go any further. That's the end of the wall. But it does give the illusion that it does go into a tunnel and goes further off into the world. So we have got the smoke going on the train. We've got the train here now, and I'm almost thinking that this area is going to be finished. So with that in mind, we have to keep building. This has taken over 4 days to complete. This ended up being one of the biggest projects I've probably done in this area. We do need to take this with us as well. I have cleaned up all this area, so we are good to go and fly back towards home so that we can go get ourselves ready to start on the volcano build for the rest of today. So here we are at the volcano. Let me give you guys a bit of a tour. If you guys haven't seen this before, we do have these two lava sections flowing down on the sides here. And some of it is terraformed. If you look from this direction, it looks fantastic. But coming in from the other direction, that's something to it's bad. So that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be finishing up this area. We've already added in all of these custom trees around this lake. And I'm really excited to actually finish off the quote-unquote back of the build. As most Minecrafters know, we kind of don't usually get to the back of the builds, let's be honest. And we will be finishing up this project, knocking it out of the park, and then getting ready to finish up the next project, which is going to be just behind us, that blue building just above my head, which we're going to be actually expanding out quite a bit. That is our slime farm area. We've got the initial slime farm done, as you could have seen in the last episode, and we will be adding to that area today. Well, potentially today. Hopefully we have enough time in this episode to get that done. But I'm going to jump straight into this, jump into another building time lapse. I know. But this time it's going to be a terraforming time lapse. And we'll be right back. See you in a minute. Into the future, I may want to change a few bits and pieces, but for the moment, I am happy with how this is starting to look. We've gone ahead and added a whole heap of grass along the side of this volcano, and we've added in some bits where there was some coarse dirt, and so far, I'm kind of happy with how this is starting to look. Now, this is meant to be a volcano that had been not erupted for quite a long time, and spontaneously has erupted at some point, leaving this blackened area up the top, and also creating this lava flow down the sides of the volcano and down towards the lake. Now, this would make sense within the theory of our world. So I have spoken to you guys about this previously, but there is a bit of a lore behind this, that this was not meant to be an active volcano, that this spontaneously erupted and has flown down the side. So it does make sense as to why there'd be grass here and such like that. And with finishing that up, we're actually going to be coming over to this build over here. This is where we were working in the last episode, where we were building up this big area. We had the water wheel and this building. Now, I want to come back to this because I don't think this is done. Since then, I have had a look. I have played around with it a little bit. I've pondered and I have meandered over this build. And this is a good starting point. Don't get me wrong, but we need to make it better. So let's go ahead, add all of the additions to the build, and we will be wrapping up the end of this episode in just a moment. So I've gone ahead and created a really cool gradient here, going from a really light blue. Unfortunately, I don't have enough diamonds to add in the diamond blocks. I really wanted to, guys. I wanted to, but I just don't have enough. With the fact that we now have a diamond beacon, yeah, that plan kind of went out the window. But we've got a gradient that starts from light blue, going all through the blues up to cyan, and we do also have stripped warp wood there, and then it goes all the way through to the dark blues, where we've got blue, powdered concrete. So there's powdered concrete, there's the regular concrete, and then there's also lapis in here. So we have got these, I believe, 10 blocks that we're going to be using on changing up this roof. So this is the roof here. We're giving you a sky view of this area, and it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely some elements of this roof that I want to change up. So we're going to go ahead and start with changing up a few bits and pieces, probably adding a few towers onto this as well, and just changing up this general area. So I may have got a little carried away with the building, but I want to show you guys what has been done up until this point. So as you can see, we have a new courtyard. Well, at least the start of one that is kind of working on at the moment. We have a couple of custom redwood trees here and a little flower garden as well. We have the start entrance of this new space, which I did want to become a picnic area. So I've added in a couple of little parasols here, some picnic tables, a couple of custom trees, and this little guy, which is going to be our fish shop. Don't worry, the axolotls are not going to be made into food. I promise. I promise the axolotls are not going to be cooked. I've also added in some barrels of water just with a log on the bottom and then the 4 trapdoors. Another barrel up here on top of the regular barrels. We have some scaffolding and some music blocks. Now coming over to the side, I have also added a few other details. We have added in the gradient for the roof now, so the roof is now complete with this really cool dark blue to light blue gradient. Whilst we also have ourselves a chimney with some flames up the top. I thought that kind of made a cool little spark, especially at night. If you kind of go back a little bit further, you can see the lights just kind of twinkling over the top of the build. So for the moment, I am very happy with how this is starting to turn out. There is a few little things that I do want to decorate. I've changed a few things around. You may have seen a few differences from the last episode. Say, for example, I've changed out some of the concrete powders and woods just to kind of take away a little bit more, add some more coloration into the area, and just change up some of the block palettes because I do tend to stay within the same block palettes. And after a few more hours of off-camera building, we have ourselves a fully completed slime farm area. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I do want to kind of work back on this lakey area down the bottom here, but that is a job for another day. Also behind us, we have our new and improved picnic area. This was envisioning when I first built this area up. I was really wanting to make this a little town area where people could come down for the day, visit, grab themselves some fish and chips, come and have a picnic here at the tables, go maybe over to the docks, maybe over to the beach, and do all of those types of things that you would see in the beachy areas, fishing, swimming, and all of the such. But with that, guys, I appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. I know that this one has taken a little bit longer to get out. That is because I've been working on a world tour video on the side project, so make sure to go check that out on the channel when that comes out. But thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you really wanted to come back, hit that subscribe button, and would love to see you in the next video. Bye for now.